Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Gulfstream Park here on Monday. It is February the 15th, 2016. I'm going to look at the early pick 5. I'm going to give you an early pick 5 ticket here on YouTube. The first time I'm doing the whole pick 5 here for YouTube, so yeah, it's a very nice sequence. That's why I'm going to do it for here on YouTube. Before we get on to that, remember to follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for full card selections from other tracks around the country. So the races I'm going to look at are races 1 to 5, the pick 5, of course, the early pick 5, of course. So I'm going to do a 50-cent pick 5. It's going to cost you $36 to play this ticket. But let's get on to it. Today's first race. And all the races are starter stakes. So the first race is the Rough and Ready starter stakes. Purse $50,000 for 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 8 horses. They're traveling a mile and a 16th. And this race is pretty easy. Just the turf races are a bit hard. Mile 16th. And I'm going to go 2-4 in this leg. Number 2, Percussion, 2-1, Javier Castellano, this 8-year-old gelding. I've always been a fan of this horse. Used to be with Todd Pletcher a few years ago. But last time out, ran it here at Gulfstream Park, 1 mile on January the 14th, an optional 16 claimer. Finished second by 1/4 lengths that day. Was setting the pace early, but then just he was weakening and lost to the winner, Rich Daddy, who's also in this race. Then at Gulfstream Park, 7 furlongs on December the 16th, optional 10 claimer. Finished third by 2.5 lengths. Got the lead early on in the race, then was stalking the lead and had a bit at the quarter pole. And then he just got swallowed up by the eventual winners again that day. I think this horse, looking at this race, he should be the pace today. I think he could go wire to wire. 12-2 at this distance, 2-0 at Gulfstream. The last 2 starts came over the surface. Last time around 2 turns. Was actually at Gulfstream Park West, mile 70 optional 6-2 claimer. Finished third by 8 lengths, and I have to say he was dueling that day. He was on the lead all throughout, but then got swallowed up by Rich Daddy again. And he actually won a race down on the Jersey Shore at Monmouth back in August. I'm gonna go with this one. I think he can go wire to wire. If I had to pick a single for this race, I was thinking if I single this horse or I single down the line in a different race. I was gonna single this race, but I went too deep here, and that other horse I'm gonna go with is the 4 horse. Number 4 Runs with Bulls at 4-1. Yoel Rosario for Peter Walden, the 7-year-old gelding. Last time out, run at Gulfstream Park, mile and 8th in the Sunshine Million Classic. Finished 7th by 18.25 lengths that day at 7-1. He just weakened that day. It gets a lot tougher horses. He wasn't catching the winner, Max Coma. And then the Iron Horse, Clinton Crown Iron Horse at Gulfstream Park on a sealed but good race course on December the 5th. Won by 3/4 length, and he just was very game that day. From an inside post position. The key is you have to have an inside post position, and he can't be a closer, a deep closer. You have to stalk the pace because, it's a very short stretch, less than the 1/8 of a mile to that 16th pole finish. And then won 2 races at Thistle back in October and August, both by nose. Gonna go with this one here. So to recap my bets for the first race, the first leg of the early pick 5 from Gulfstream Park, I'm gonna go 2 deep here. I'm gonna go 2-4. If I had to give you a top selection, it would probably be the 2. But like I said, I'm gonna go 2 deep in this race. So now let's get on to race number 2 from Gulfstream Park, the second leg of the early pick 5 for 50 cents. It is the Mary Todd overnight starter stakes. Per $60,000 for fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 9 horses traveling a mile and a 16th, and they'll be using the outer portion of the turf course. And to tell you the truth, this race is wide open. I went all in this race because it's just these Gulfstream turf races that aren't stakes races are the most difficult races I've ever seen in my life, to tell you the truth. And that's. And all the pick 4s I usually play are the pick 5s at Gulfstream Park this season. I've always gotten thrown out of mostly gotten thrown out of the turf races that aren't stakes races. But I went all in this race. I could afford it. I have a little extra money for this Monday program. Normally I don't like going to $36, but if I had to give you a top selection in this race for win, place, and show, I would have originally, before I went all, to make sure I had enough money to go all, I would have went 3, 5, 6. Now, I said I went all because I'm just not sure with these horses. I would have went 3, 5, 6. Out of the 3 horses, I really like Quiet Kitten as a top selection. But like I said, I'm going to go all because it's just very hard if I can't. like I said, I can't repeat that enough, like I am many times. So, like I said 1,000 times already, I'm going to repeat it one more time, just in case you're not listening. I'm going to go all in this race because it's so difficult. So yeah, so now let's get on to race number three. There's not a lot I can say because I'm not going to go over every horse because I'll be here all day. But if I had to give you a win place and show or an exact, I would go 3, 5, 6 maybe, but it's not confident. It's not the most confident pick for that. But I'm going to go all, like I said, millions of times. So now let's get on to race number three. Did you get that? The third race is a starter stakes. Again, it's Queen Mother starter stakes per $60,000 for fillies, mares, 4-year-olds, and upwards, which never start. Claim price 35.5. We have a field of 7 horses, having 7 furlongs. 7 furlongs of traveling. And in this leg, I'm going to go 1-6. Number 1, Scuba Sue. 5-2, Javier Castellano for Jorge Navarro. This 4-year-old filly. Last time out, did run on January the 1st at Gulfstream Park, 6 furlongs, an optional 25 claimer. Won by 2 lengths that day, and this horse is on the lead all throughout and went wire to wire. He just set a very clear lead and won. Then at Gulfstream Park West, 6 furlongs, November the 26th, and claiming 30,000. Excuse me. Finished second by 1 1/4 lengths. He just got caught at the wire by the eventual winner. And then at Gulfstream Park West, again, 6 furlongs November the 5th, an optional 6-2 claimer. Finished second by 3/4 length, was leading all throughout, almost all throughout, and then just got swallowed up by the eventual winner again. Traveling 7 furlongs, should really do well. It was 1-for-1 at this distance. Here at Gulfstream Park, 5-3, 3 wins, 1 second. I'm going to go with this one on my ticket, and I'm also going to put the 6 horse here. Number 6, Miss Wilby at 7-2 with Nick Juarez. Last time out during Gulfstream Park, 6 furlongs off, 25 claimer. Same race that my other horse came out of. Finished third by 5.5 lengths. He had a bit at the rail, and he got up for third that day from being far back. Then at Suffolk, 1 mile on October 31st in John Kirby Stakes for 75 grand. Won by 4.5 lengths. It just really did well. It was driving off the lead that day, off the pace, and it was very good. And then 2 6-furlong stakes races at Suffolk, both for about $75,000, the average purse. The October 3rd start, he won by 9 1/4 lengths. He was basically on the lead all throughout and just kept on going and driving. And then the African Prince Stakes for $50,000 at Suffolk, won by 4 lengths, just won again easy. 6-2 over this Gulfstream Park surface, 2 wins, 2 seconds, 1/3. So that's 4. That's 5 out of 6 starts have come in the money. The only start that didn't come in the money was in a 75,000 stakes race last March. Finished 4th that day. So likes this course, been training pretty well. So recap my bets for the 3rd race from Gulfstream Park, the 3rd leg of the early pick 5 for 50 cents. Gonna go 1-6. So now let's get on to race number 4 from Gulfstream Park. It is a starter stakes again, purse $50,000, 4-year-olds and upwards, never started, of a claim price of 12.5 or less. We have a field of 7 horses traveling 7 furlongs. 7 furlongs. And my top selection here, I'm going to go again 1-6. 1-6 in this 4th leg of the pick 5, early pick 5. But number 1, Bulldozer, John Velasquez at 6-1 for Jorge Navarro. God, I have Jorge Navarro. It seems a lot. Blinkers on today. He's going to get blinkers on, carrying 119 pounds at the Lasix. Last time out, ran on January the 17th at Gulfstream Park, an optional 12 claimer. Finished second by 1.5 lengths that day. He angled out the quarter pole, was 4 wide, got up for second, just had a horrible trip that day. It was a bit wide, had a little bit of traffic. Then on December the 19th at Gulfstream Park, 6 furlongs on a fast going, an optional 25 claimer. Finished 5th by 9.5 lengths. He just had no factor again that day. I don't know. He just didn't do good that day. And then the 7th at Keelan, a 6-furlong claiming 16,000. I think this horse could really do well here today. 8-1 over the surface at Gulfstream. That only win came quite a few starts ago, at least in 2014. This horse's last win didn't win at 2016 or 15. The best finish this horse had in 2015 was a 3rd place finish. So he's done better this year. He got a 2nd place finish. But I'm gonna put this horse on my ticket. He's a very wild card horse. This horse is an 8-year-old gelding. Also got gelded on the 10th of October, 2010. So 10-10-10. 6-1, like the price. So I'm gonna go with this one, and I'm also gonna go with the 6 horse here. Double down again at 3-1. Yoel Rosario, the 6-year-old gelding. Last time out, running at Turfway Park 6.5 on January the 16th in the Forgo Stakes. Finished ninth by 10.5 lengths that day. He just had nothing. I don't know if he didn't like if he liked the course that day. I really don't know. Then in a 6 furlong stakes race at Churchill Downs on November 21st, finished fifth by 15 lengths. He just had nothing again. Never ran here at Gulfstream Park. That's a big question. He was running actually in New York, and he was doing pretty well. His last win came on the March 21st of 2015 in the Calixa Electronica Stakes. Went by 3/4 length, was just off the pace, and really went on well that day. So gonna go with this one. But training at Palm Meadows, 4-4 workout, 47.2, the best workout, 37, and that's his only workout after that Forgo race, so he's been doing well. That workout was pretty good. So recount my bets for the 4th race from Gulfstream Park, leg 4, the early pick 5. I'm going to go with the 1-6. So now let's get on to race number 5, the final leg of the early pick 5, which is a starter stakes. It's the Ladybird starter stakes. Purse, $50,000. Phillies Mares, 4-year-olds and up, which never started. Claim price is 12.5 or less. We have a field of 9 horses traveling 7 furlongs. 7 furlongs? And this is where my single comes in. My top selection in this race, my single selection is number 5, Moonshine Promise. 8-5 with Javier Castellano, with Peter Walden, who trains this 7-year-old mare. Last time out, right here at Gulfstream Park, 7 furlongs, January the 19th, an optional 12 claimer. Finished one that day by length. Was talking to Pace early. He drifted out and took over really well. Then at Gulfstream Park again, 1 mile, January the 8th, an optional 12 claimer. Won by 2 3/4 lengths, and just again, he was just clear. He was pressing the pace early and went on to a very nice victory. And then the Claiming Crown Glass Slipper Stakes, Gulfstream Park, on a good but sealed surface, 1 mile on December the 5th. Won by 5 lengths. It was stalking the pace early and just pulled away in the final few furlongs. Winner of his last 3 for 3 at Gulfstream Park. He looks very hard to beat in this fight. He's been facing a little bit tougher horses his last few starts. Just looking at this race, I think he could really go win this day. So I'm going to go with this one. So recount my bets for race number 5 from Gulfstream Park, the final leg of the early pick 5 for 50 cents. I'm going to go with the 5, my single. So to recap my early pick 5 ticket from Gulfstream Park, the first leg I'm going to go 2-4. That was the 2-4 in the first leg. I'm going to go all in the second race. Race number 2, I'm going to go all. The third race, I'm going to go 1-6. That was the 1-6 in race number 3. Race 4, I'm going to go 1-6 again. 1-6 in race 4. And the 5th race, my single, is going to be the 5 horse. That was the 5 horse in race number 5. For 50 cents, this ticket will cost you $36. So good luck to all, and follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everybody.